Hi everybody, Marco Carbajo here from businesscreditblogger.com. Today's video we're going to talk about business credit building updates and news, our top 10 announcements we've made so far this year. So if you're a startup or an existing business or even a real estate investor, this is a video you want to watch because we're going to go over some very important updates and announcements relevant to building business credit. We're going to share with you some of the new funding products that came out, some important updates that are going to impact you as a business owner, and some trends that we see going on for the next couple of years when it comes to lending and getting money for whether it's investing or building your business credit and obtaining working capital. So let's get started. First and foremost, Equifax announced that it's acquiring, it actually already acquired Paynet. So for those of you who are not familiar with Paynet, Paynet is a business credit reporting agency. We always talk about Dun & Bradstreet, Experian Commercial, Equifax Small Business being the three main business credit reporting agencies, but there's many other business credit reporting agencies that cater to different industries. Paynet is a business credit reporting agency that's been around for a long time. They actually have a lot of data on equipment leasing. That's a lot of the data they collect, but this is a very important move for Equifax because obviously Equifax is making its move to really get into the commercial credit space even more so. They already are, but this is a way for them to expand their access to capital for small and medium-sized businesses. Also, just so you know that for you as a business owner, how does this impact you? What does this mean for you? Well, you hear us talk about building your business credit, and many people talk about just building your Dun & Bradstreet report, but you need to understand as a business owner, let's talk about your personal credit. You have TransUnion, Equifax, Experian. If all you built up was, let's say, an Experian credit file on with your personal credit, let's say you went to go get a credit card or an auto loan and that bank or that credit card issuer pulled from Equifax, not Experian. Well, to them, you have no credit history, so they would deny you. So picture that same scenario with business credit. If you only build their Dun & Bradstreet report, but you fail to build your Experian commercial report or your Equifax business report, if you apply for credit from a lender or a supplier or a vendor or a card issuer and they pull from a business credit reporting agency that you don't have a file with, well, then to them, you don't have a file as a business. So that's why we always encourage you to build your business credit file with all three major business credit reporting agencies, which is I call the big three on the business side. Okay, so this is an important announcement, number one, that I want to share with you. If you want to know a little bit more about Paynet, just go to paynet.com. You'll see that it shows that it's Equifax owned company now, but this is a really big move for Equifax, really further enhancing its strength in the commercial credit space. Now, Capital One is scheduled to acquire Tarp. So this is a big move on Capital One's part because Tarp is a trade credit financing company. So basically what they do is for businesses that extend net 30, net 60-day accounts, there's over 500,000 suppliers in the U.S., but less than 10,000 of them actually report to a business credit reporting agency. But let's talk about credit. When a company offers a net 30, net 60-day account or net 90, many suppliers and vendors or even retailers, they handle that credit department in-house. That means their business is servicing credit. They have to deal with collections. They have to deal with collecting invoices, maybe sending a business to collections if they don't pay. So they tie up a lot of their cash flow, and that puts a strain on many suppliers and businesses. Well, Tarp comes in and says, you know what? We'll handle all of your credit. We'll handle the net 30s and net 60. We'll do all the underwriting. We'll do the collections. You just get your money right off the bat. So this allows a supplier or a vendor to extend credit to their customers or business customers, but they literally don't have to deal with all the headaches of offering net 30 or net 60-day terms, etc. So that's what Tarp is they take that burden off of a supplier or a vendor and handle everything when it comes to trade credit. Now, this is a big move for Capital One because they're purchasing Tarp. Why is that? Because they know Tarp has a huge amount of customers and merchants that use Tarp's services. So you'll see right here the Senior Vice President of Capital One said, we're looking forward to integrating Tarp along with Capital One's products with the partnerships that they have. So Capital One has a huge database of small, medium-sized businesses, even large businesses that they have credit cards issued to. Now they want to also offer Blue Tarp as another credit product for their customers. So this, for you as a business owner in the industry in itself, is great news. So let's get into the next important update. Alternative credit data. This is becoming really big. And what is alternative credit data? So traditional credit data is credit cards, auto loans, mortgages. This is traditional credit data that you'll see on your personal credit report. It's what you'll see on and now I'm going to get into business credit here in a second, but I want to touch on this because this is big, important for you as a business owner, how this is going to impact you both personally and for your business. So traditionally, if you have personal credit and traditional credit like your credit cards and auto loans, there's a lot of data that doesn't get reported, and this is data that it's important that helps you strengthen your credit file, especially if you have a small credit file or you're just rebuilding your credit. There's now alternative credit data being much more easier to add to your personal credit report, like your rental payments, utility payments, alternative financial service data. So this is really exciting because Experian is one of the people who are taking advantage of this. You hear many other, like there's rental reporting agencies, etc. But when it comes to TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, those are the three main credit bureaus that are used on the personal side. We'll get into the business side in a second. But Experian introduced for alternative credit data Experian Boost. And basically what that means is Experian now allows you to add your phone and utility bills to your Experian credit report. Okay, your personal credit report. So on the personal side, this is how alternative credit data is impacting you. You can now add your utility bills to your personal credit, and this will also automatically boost your credit score immediately. So you don't have to wait. So if you need a little boost on your credit score, and let's say you have your utilities or you have your phone number, and you want to add that to your utility service and phone to your personal credit report, you can do it now. So check out creditreportengine.com that allows you to obtain your credit report for $1, but also you can take advantage of Experian Boost and boost your credit score. So that's kind of one way our Experian is adapting alternative credit data. It's being widely used. So just keep an eye on that. If you're looking to rebuild your personal credit, you want to enhance your credit file, then you may want to consider adding your utilities to your personal credit report. But on the alternative credit data side, on the business side, we see it happening as well. So now, as a business, what if you want to build your business credit report and you want to add alternative credit data for your business, like your business phone number, your business utility bills? Well, you now can add up to 8 trade lines to your business credit reports, to your Experian business credit report, your Credit Safe business credit report, and Insonia business credit report. And just so you know, Credit Safe and Insonia are other business credit reporting agencies, but this is huge because this will help you build your Experian business credit report. Now, as far as the provider, businesscreditbuilderservices.com, we've set that up where now you can also add up to 24 months of history, so that provider will do that for you. So let's say you as a business, you want to build business credit. You've been in business, let's say, an entire year, and you have a business phone number, you have your business utilities. Well, you have a year's worth of history that doesn't show up in your business credit report. Now you can add that to your business credit. Just go to businesscreditbuilderservices.com and you link up your utility accounts. Now, and each of these little points we're covering here in this presentation, you'll see there's different videos where we gives you expansive additional video. You can learn more about what we're talking about. So be sure to check out these other videos that we're recommending relevant to each topic we're covering here in these top 10. Okay, but this is exciting, being able to add up to 2 years of credit history to your business credit report with Experian. If you have that history already established, now you can report it. So that's alternative credit data for you. This is just a few of the utility companies you can link to your business credit, to our businesscreditbuilderservices.com. Right here, there's a lot of name brand ones like Comcast, Dish, Charter, T-Mobile, etc., Verizon. And you'll see our website here on the bottom, businesscreditbuilders.org. We have a lot of people say, well, do you guys just have a blog? No, we actually have our own business credit building system. We do funding. Business credit card funding is one of our popular programs. We do loans, lines of credit. So check us out at Business Credit Builders if you want to know about all of our services. Again, if you want to add your utilities, this is kind of a snapshot, businesscreditbuilderservices.com. If you want to add utilities to your business credit report. If you want to add your utilities to your personal credit report, your personal utilities, then go to creditreportengine.com. Now let's talk about alternative data. We just talked about alternative credit data. This is another big news for business credit. Alternative data, you'll see traditional data is like I talked about, is if you have credit cards for the business or personal, you have loans or you have mortgage, auto, etc. That's traditional credit data. We talked about alternative credit data like rental payments, utility payments. Now there's even a big push that you're going to see coming here even more so in upcoming years. It's actually prevalent right now, is alternative data. It's all about data. The more data that can be collected from credit bureaus, the easier it is for a lender or a bank or a card issuer to assess your personal creditworthiness, your business's creditworthiness. So I want you to make sure that you realize that these data components, if you don't have them and you have the ability to have them established for your business, you want to take advantage of it, and you want to leverage that to your advantage because it allows you to have access to more capital as a business owner. So first, social media is being used by alternative lenders. So before it was just personal credit checks or a business credit check, or it was just revenues, or it was etc. Now they're looking at other data points, and if you have them, great, because that can give you ability to get even more credit. So as a business, like for example, Cabbage is using your social media accounts. That's just one example of alternative lender that allows you to, they check out your business's Facebook page, your Twitter page, how many followers do you have, how many activity. They look at web data, they look at your website, they look at your traffic for your website, they look at customer reviews. This is data points now that they're expanding the ability for lenders and alternative lenders and banks to assess data. Traditional banks haven't caught up so much to this yet. It's more alternative lenders that are really being pushed on alternative data. That's why they're giving banks a run for the money. That's why you see a lot of banks, traditional banks, partnering up with some alternative lenders as well. And they're integrating their technology because they need to catch up. So transaction platforms, this is huge for you if you have an internet-based business and let's say you do a lot of Amazon sales or Shopify, eBay, etc. They now allow you, they can read that data off your Amazon sales. They allow you to link those accounts, and so they can assess how much sales you're doing through Amazon or how much sales are you doing through Shopify, etc. So that's before, that's unheard of. You wouldn't be able to show a lender or a bank that data so they can see that you have a very vibrant growing business. Now they can see those data points. Another thing is they look at payment services. So if you accept PayPal or Square or Stripe, they now check your transaction history there. PayPal's getting into the business credit space. PayPal is now knowing that they see all this data and they're like, you know what? We're the ones collecting all this money and allowing you to do transactions. Why not get into the lending space? So PayPal has its own loan products now for its merchants that use PayPal as a payment provider. And you'll see that Amazon's getting into now lending more because they know they have all that data and they're using it to be able to provide you more credit as a business owner, more loans, etc. They also look at payroll solutions like QuickBooks. So if you manage your own business via QuickBooks, there's alternative lenders that will look at your QuickBooks and they'll be able to assess the transactions going through there. They look at your business checking account. So they don't look. Some of them look at all of this data. Some of them look at some of it. But this is just so you know, alternative data is becoming very big when it comes to business credit. And you're going to see many more creative funding programs coming out, which we're going to keep you abreast in. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Number 5, alternative lenders. I talked about this before, but there are some problems with alternative lenders. The number one thing, why do people use alternative lenders? Because they charge a lot more money. They have shorter payment terms. It's because it's all about speed for business owners. They get their money fast. We had a business that came to us and they're looking for money quickly. They had bad personal credit, but they had good revenues as a business. In a matter of less than, let's say, 2 days, they had access to $70,000 in credit. It wasn't a loan, it was credit. There was no documents they had to provide. All they had to do with our lender was just link up their business checking account. They assessed their bank deposit history right online, and literally within a matter of hours, they were approved for $70,000 in a line of credit. They withdrew $67,000. They had their money in literally less than 2 days. It was that fast. So that was exciting. So that's just some of the benefits of using alternative lenders. Now, for example, the problem with alternative lenders, though, is some of them still conduct personal credit checks. So for those of you who are trying to get away from, they want that separation, some alternative lenders still do it, which to me, there's some, if you don't want a personal credit check, then you have to make sure you have to have something else to back it up. If your business has strong revenues, there are lenders that will just look at your revenues, not your personal credit. But those are mainly alternative lenders, not banks. Banks will always check your personal credit most of the time, not all the time. On Deck, Snapcat, and Cabbage, and Bluevine, these are some alternative lenders that do also require a personal check at the same time of looking at your business check account history, etc. Some require personal guarantee. On Deck is one of them. Some of these alternative lenders have revenue requirements, $50,000 to $100,000. Let's say you're a small business, you're only doing $25,000 or $40,000 in sales per year so far, and you're just starting out. Well, you don't qualify for a lot of these alternative lenders. Some of them minimum monthly revenue requirements. You have to be doing $8,500 a month in revenue. Some of them even have FICO score requirements like Capitals or SnapCap, excuse me. Some require you to have a year in business. So these are some of the problems that you can run into when you're trying to deal with alternative lenders. So one of the things I want to share with you that we talked about this year is one of the best alternative lenders. This domain, bankbusinessline.com, will take you to the number one alternative lender that we recommend. Why do I recommend it? Because, of course, we have a relationship with them, but they've taken care of all of our customers. And they do everything online. So there's no documents you have to fax in or mail in. Everything's done electronically, which is great. You don't have to talk to someone and explain why you need money. So there's no restrictions there. All that they require is that you're doing at least $4,000 a month in revenue for your business, $4,000 in deposits going through your business check account every single month. You can get a decision within minutes. That's what I love about it. And to get a decision, they don't do a personal credit check or hard inquiry to give you an approval. No personal guarantee. That's huge. So if you're trying to get away from recourse, this is a great lender. There's no credit reporting. So this is something that's I call off the grid funding, because it doesn't report to your personal credit, doesn't report to your business credit. So this is really attractive for those of you who are trying to keep your debt off of your credit reports for the business. They do up to 100,000 lines of credit. One thing though with this particular lender is their repayment terms are different than like a business credit card. Whenever you draw, you have up to 6 months to repay on that draw, on the debt that you pull off your line of credit. Whereas with a credit card, a business credit card, you have a minimum monthly payment. You could draw your debt for a long time. This, you have to pay it back in 6 months, but you can always continue to keep drawing on your line of credit. Over and over again throughout. Like if you have $100,000 in line of credit available and you drew $50,000, you could draw another $30,000 the next day if you wanted to, because you still have available credit. Okay, but check out bankbusinessline.com. There's a video here that's explained if you want to know more about this lender and how it works. Number 6, easy approval net 30 account for business credit. We talked about Summa office supplies. This is huge for those of you just starting out. You want to get your foot in the door with building business credit. Go to SummaOfficeSupplies.com. Make sure you use that coupon code so that way you can get a $2,000 net 30 account. They do require you to do a $60 purchase up front, but this reports to Dun & Bradstreet, so this will be one of your first trade lines you can get, reporting to Dun & Bradstreet. Once you start establishing business credit and you have 5 or more trade lines reporting on your Dun & Bradstreet report, let's say about 7-8 months of credit history, then you can also inquire for them to increase your credit limit, and they go up to $50,000 in net 30 account for this particular company. They have everything you need when it comes to office supplies. This is a great announcement we made this year. So it's an easy approval net 30 account. That's number 6 when it comes to business credit. Number 7, we talked about the BREX corporate credit card. This was another important update for business credit. This was huge. This was a way for you as a startup to get a corporate credit card that has no personal credit check. There's no personal guarantee, and this is startups and for existing businesses. This is not a secured corporate credit card, and this reports to Experian Business. So this allows you to establish another credit line with Experian Business. This is a great program. The one thing I love about the BREX card is that it allows you to get your foot in the door with corporate credit, get a business credit card, no personal credit check, which many of you are trying to get to that point. Well, the caveat, though, to get this no PG, no personal credit check corporate credit card is you have to have some revenue in the bank account. So because there's no credit check and it's available for a startup, they want at least you to have $50,000 in funds in your business bank account. Okay, so they look at that. They look at your balance in your business checking account, your spending patterns. Okay, so that's the trade-off basically. The application takes minutes. Go to BREX.com, and this is just one of the important news about business credit that we want to share with you. It's in our top 10. Next one was number 8, business credit card for nonprofits. We talked about this in a recent video, and you can probably see it right here that you can watch it. This was called Charity Charge. This is also a no PG business credit cards, but it's specifically designed for nonprofit organizations. This is called the Charity Charge MasterCard. No personal credit check, no personal guarantee. You gotta be at least 2 years in business as a nonprofit. And the cards are underwritten using your Form 990. So if you're a nonprofit, you know what that form is. They also use guidestar.org, which is that's a database that houses all about history about nonprofits. If you're not listed with GuideStar, make sure you get your nonprofit listed in there. Reports only to business credit reports, not personal credit. For more information, go to charitycharge.com. So let's talk about number 9. This is huge. We talked about this over and over again. We've done many videos about it, but it had to be on this top 10 list for business credit. Is our business credit card funding program. This is something we do as a company. This is one of the fastest ways for you to build business credit as a startup or existing business, get access to working capital, and create that separation between your personal and your business credit. So we do $25,000 to $150,000 in combined credit limits. It's about 4 to 5 banks that we select based on your credit criteria, your demographics, the industry you're involved in, the age of your business, your credit rating, your utilization, what region you're in. We're able to pinpoint which bank will give you the best approval, the highest credit limit, and best introductory rate, etc. So we only select 4 to 5 of the banks, and these specific cards only report to the business credit report. So this is specifically designed for you as a business owner to protect your personal credit. So as you're using this business credit cards, it's reporting your business credit reports. This creates 4 to 5 trade lines on your business credit report. You'll create a credit rating for your business. So what this does is positions you as a business owner. Now that you'll have bank-issued credit reporting on your business credit reports, when a lender or supplier or even another bank, you want to apply for credit, future credit, guess what? Now they can check your business credit report. And they'll see let's say you have $50,000 in business credit cards. You'll still see $50,000 in credit available to you as a business, and then like, wow, you know what I mean? So this is one of the fastest ways, and you can get these 4 to 5 cards. Our process takes only 14 to 20 days. So you can have these 4 to 5 trade lines reported in less than 30 days on your business credit reports, 30 to 45 days, I would say. We do aim to get you 0% interest APR. We can't get them on all your cards. It depends on what the banks want to offer you, but we work to get you at least 1 or 2. 6 to 15 months, 0% intro APR. This is for startups and existing businesses. So for you, if you're like a startup, how can I get $150,000 as a startup? It's all based on the strength of your personal credit. Okay, so that's what the banks are assessing. How strong is your personal? Then we're going to dictate that and determine how much we want to issue to your business under its EIN. Okay, so you're basically co-signing for your business with this program. But it doesn't show up on your personal credit. Okay, how to pre-qualify? The first thing you need to do is order your credit report. Go to creditreportengine.com. Only costs you $1 to get your Experian business credit report. They give you a summary report with all 3, but just send us the Experian report because we need to see a full credit report. Once you get your credit report, download it in PDF. So use the print to PDF option. That's how you get it in PDF. Upload your report to businessfundingreview.com. So go to businessfundingreview.com, fill in your information, upload your report. It'll take us 24 to 48 hours to give you a review. And remember, this review, there's no hard inquiry on your credit because you're supplying your credit report. This is a free review. This allows us to give you a funding projection. Our projections are about 95% accurate. So when we give you that projection, you have a clear idea of how much in business credit card limits you're going to be able to acquire in the next 14 to 20 days if you decide to move forward with our funding program. So that's huge for you. Okay, so businessfundingreview.com. You need a minimum 680 credit scores for this program. We look at much more than just the credit scores, but that's the minimum requirements is 680 on all three bureaus. If you have 680 plus on two, and let's say one of your bureaus, you're let's say at 660 or 670, we'll still take a look. Okay, so but be sure to watch our video on this. Now, number 10 is our business credit building system, businesscreditbuilders.org. We have a complete step-by-step business credit building system that walks you through step-by-step from setting up your business, getting your EIN, getting your DUNS number, building up your business credit file with vendors, suppliers, retailers, and even no PG business credit cards are listed in there once you build up a strong enough business credit file. Most people say, well, how long does it take to build a strong business credit file? If you're starting with the no credit check and all you want to do is use vendors and retailers, it's gonna take you 8 to 10 months of credit history. You have to build history up. That's minimum to get to where you get maybe a 1 or 2 no PG business credit cards that we have listed in our system. But if you're looking for an entire platform, building business credit, funding, etc., check out businesscreditbuilders.org. We're updating on a constant basis. And if you like some of these things that we covered here in this video, this is what we put in our system. We literally condense it all into one platform for you. So this is our top 10 business credit building updates and news that we wanted to share with you. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel because we're always putting out videos like this. Very educational. My goal is to provide to you as a startup, existing business owner, real estate investor, everything you need so you can build your arsenal of getting access to capital to grow your business or invest in real estate, at the same time to protect your personal credit and make your business credit worthy enough so it can stand on its own. So with that, make it a great day. We'll talk to you real soon.